I have never actually done a live stream before, but I'll probably be putting this on my YouTube channel. What I'll do is I'll just wait till people just start to hop on, and that way I'm not talking to myself. We'll see how we go. Anyway, I'll just get my stuff prepared. Hi guys, hello. So I've never done a YouTube live stream before. I'm gonna wait another 2 seconds and then we'll get started. So I just thought I'd decorate here with you guys this cake that I'm doing for my decorate together while it's all live. So at the end, I'll also be able to read through the comments and answer any questions you guys have. So it'll be 2 seconds. All right. So if we do somehow manage to lose connection, I apologize in advance, but hopefully we can decorate this cake together. It'll take maybe 20 minutes and then, yeah, we can just hang out till then. So the cake, this is vanilla buttercream that I've used. It's really hot here in Melbourne, 30 degrees today, actually 30 degrees Celsius. So this buttercream is actually half butter and half shortening, because shortening is a lot more resistant to heat. So we're losing connection. Okay, I'm really gonna try to do this really quickly. Sorry in advance if we do lose connection again, but anyway, here we go. Adding buttercream to the cake, just in wisps. I'll come in camera view here. And just very random, here and there. And I've colored this buttercream with AmeriColor Gel Food Color. So, just like so. And then I'll go in with my lighter pink, which is just the same buttercream that I've used. I just haven't added as much gel to it. So adding that on top as well. And then at the end, we'll flatten it out with our bench scraper. So it looks a little bit neater. Okay. And you can start just by adding a few dollops. See how it looks once you scrape it down. I think we're going to lose connection again. I see the red bar. But anyway, once you scrape it down, if there's not enough buttercream on there or not enough sort of texture, you can just keep adding as you go. So, I'm going to stop at about here. I'm going to take my scraper. This is an acrylic scraper. You could use metal as well. Oh, there's a red bar again. Hopefully it doesn't delete. And I'm just going across, not adding a lot of pressure here at all. Just like so. Awesome, I quite like that. I'm going to scrape off the excess and bin it. Paler than using regular butter in your buttercream. So, I'm just going to go in with a few of these. I think I'm actually going to have to invest in a router separate from my family. Hi again. So I basically want to try to swipe that down. So here we go. And that's about the finish that I would like to achieve on my cake. Can I actually zoom in? I'm going to see if I can zoom in. Oh. Oh my god, this connection is terrible. I tell you what, I'm actually going to switch to my 4G and see if that makes a difference. Okay. Alright, how are we going? I don't see any red bars, so far we're good. Anyway, basically what I just did was scrape down that white frosting that I added. And this is a finish. And these are sheets that have been sold individually. I don't actually know if this is working because I can't see anything. But assuming it is working, I'm just going to literally lay it straight on the cake, touch it to the cake, and then peel off. Lost connection. Oh, sorry guys. Hi from Houston. Oh, in England. Wow, long way away. Hey guys. Alrighty. And now I'm just adding that gold leaf detailing. And I'm literally just touching it to the cake and it's sticking. If you were to pop this into the fridge and the buttercream had time to set, then you would have to add water so the gold leaf would have something to stick to. I'm not going to add too much. I think that'll do. Just like so. And then I'll reserve that gold leaf. And for the very last touch, I'm going to add some flowers on here as well. And these are just fake flowers I bought from the $2 shop. What I've done is wrapped, oh, I can't tell, okay, beautiful. Wrapped it in Glad wrap or cling film. That way the wire doesn't actually come in contact with the cake. You could pop it into a straw instead. That also helps to create a bit of a barrier between the wire and cake. And since I have the gold detailing on this side, I'm going to fill in the opposite end. I'll pop that straight in. And just for those of you newcomers that have come to the live session, hello! This isn't actually going to be a tutorial. This is honestly just a friend cake I'm making for a friend that I just thought I would record with you guys. Because it's always fun to decorate in company. Awesome. Got these little beauties I think would go really nice in there. I haven't added anything on here because it's not actually piercing the cake. I'm going to pop it right in there, like so. And then I'm going to add these little flowers too. Maybe one in here. And one more just there. That one is going to pierce the cake. And yep, that is a cake done for my friend. And I don't know how YouTube works, but I think it's still recording. If it is, somebody say hello. Hi from Bahamas. Wow, Bahamas, very cool. Okay, and that's a little live session for today. I'm going to actually answer some questions if you guys have any. So what I'll do is grab a chair and I'll be right back. And I think I'll bring the phone closer so I can actually read what you guys are saying. Turn your phone on its side, hey? Rotate device. Oh, what just happened? Can you tell I don't know what I'm doing? Let's see. Oh, no, that'll bring me the back camera, won't it? Yes, it will. All right. Bring me back to front. Oh, hello, also from Melbourne, Australia. Can you guys see me in landscape form right now? It's asking me if I want to rotate device, but it's not actually letting me. No, it's not. Okay. Sorry guys, I think I'd have to stay in portrait mode until I can figure out how to do this. But yeah, if anyone has any questions at all, feel free to just shoot them down and I will try to answer them. It's the same buttercream for your cakes, and can we order a cake from you? Unfortunately, I am going to stop doing the whole cake ordering stuff just so I can focus on the tutorials, because this is what I enjoy the most. And since it's coming up to summer, a lot of cake disasters happen in summer because the buttercream can melt and this and that. So I won't be, for a while, I won't be doing any more cakes. But this is the same buttercream that I use in all my videos. Oh, hang on. Nope, this one has shortening. So I will give you guys a recipe for this really soon. I've actually already recorded it. I just have to upload it. But it's the same recipe. So if you had, for example, 500 grams butter, you would still just double the icing sugar. If you have shortening in that butter mixture, same deal, just double the icing sugar. So, I should probably read out these questions. What brand of chocolate do you use for your chocolate ganache? Mine always sets too thick. I use Nestle. It comes in a 15 kilo box called Calypso, and I think that the firmness of your ganache also depends on how much cream you're adding. So with dark chocolate, I add half the weight in cream. So if it's 500 grams of dark chocolate, then I'll add 250 grams of heavy cream. Milk chocolate and white chocolate is different. I normally add a third of the weight. So 300 grams of milk or white chocolate equals 100 grams of cream, so a third. Did you remember to make the rose cake? I am still getting there. I have a lot of cake requests that I will be doing, but rose cake honestly is on there as well, so hopefully sometime soon. Do you use glitter on your cakes, and do you agree with the use of glitter on cakes? There are some brands that are 100% edible. That's the thing that you got to really look for. There's non-toxic, which I probably wouldn't use. If you do use it, just let the client know it's non-toxic, not exactly 100% food safe, but it won't, at least it shouldn't be able to affect you in a negative way, at least not too badly, I guess. So do I agree with it? Only if it's 100% edible, food safe. It should say there on the label 100% food safe, and then you should be sweet. Now for some reason all the comments have disappeared. Okay, here we go. See, what type of chocolate do you use for shards and sales? Mine tend to melt almost instantly. I find when I go to Coles, for example, and I buy Cadbury chocolate, Cadbury chocolate once melted doesn't set anymore for some reason. I think that there needs to be a bit of tempering happening there. If you use compound chocolate, you normally shouldn't get that effect happening. So Nestle is really good with that. I've noticed I tend to use a lot of Nestle chocolate. I think it also depends on the humidity or the temperature in your house as well. If you're in warm conditions, humid conditions, it does take a little bit longer. Pop it into the fridge if you can, and that should usually do the trick. But yes, I've noticed with Cadbury, it doesn't set, even after you put it in the fridge, it tends to melt back down. I think that's got to do something with tempering your chocolate. But just use compound, no need to temper. You can go up to the comments. Oh, can I? Well, thank you. I have never used this before. Oh, would you look at that? Do you have a website with a portfolio pics? I need some creativity ideas. Instagram, I do upload a lot of my cakes on Instagram, but I do have rosiesdessertspot.com. If you go on the cake sections, I've got all my cakes up on there as well. Can you recommend a non-dairy substitute for butter in Buttercream? I honestly am yet to find one. I've used Nuttelex, which is like a vegan sort of butter, but it doesn't work very nicely. It takes a lot of icing sugar, and even then it melts really quickly. Shortening, otherwise, vegetable shortening would be another option, but then you're compromising on taste. So once I find an alternative to butter that is without any animal product, I will let you guys know. I'll do like a little questions and answers again. Now let's go down to all the new comments. Oh, someone's left it. Oh, anyway. How does live stream work? I'm learning it as well. I've got no idea. This is my very first live stream. But it's okay, we'll figure it out together. The recipe for buttercream, please, from Mexico. The recipe is on my channel, but if you guys can remember, 500 grams butter, 1 kilo icing sugar, tablespoon of milk or 2, and some vanilla extract. Oh, fly. When making cake pops, I color my white chocolate to dip the cake pop in, but for some reason it cracks. Would you know why, and how can I fix it? So with cake pops, they are a pain to make. I don't make them anymore for orders, like it's just too painful. But basically it depends on the color that you're using as well. So gel food color does tend to seize your chocolate a little bit. It's always good to add some oil. Adding oil actually makes your chocolate a bit more flexible as well. So that'll reduce the cracking. Also comes down to temperature. If your cake pop is too cold and your chocolate is too warm, as you dip it and it starts to set really fast, it will cause cracking. So it also works the other way around. If your chocolate is too hot, then it'll crack too. So it's a bit of a balance in a lot of areas, but to help you reduce the cracking, make sure that your cake pop has had time to rest so it doesn't expand and crack. Also adding kofa or vegetable shortening or oil to your chocolate helps too. Oh, and I'm losing battery. Any tips and tricks for dealing with cakes in hot weather? Air conditioning if you can. As I explained at the very beginning, if you guys have just come in, I'll explain it again. Shortening in your buttercream makes a huge difference because shortening melts at a much higher temperature than butter. So it adds stability, it stays thick and kind of stable for a lot longer. Otherwise, using chocolate ganache would be a nice alternative as well to buttercream, which is more heat resistant too. Also depending on the ratio that you're using with chocolate and cream. I have time for one more question before my battery dies. When using white chocolate for drip cakes, what is the ratio of chocolate to cream you use? Do you add oil to color white chocolate? I do add oil to color my white chocolate if I'm using a lot of gel food color because it stops from seizing. My ratio for white chocolate ganache is 1/3 of cream to your weight in chocolate. So for example, 300 grams white chocolate, 100 grams of cream. I'll take one more question because that one there was actually someone else asked that too. One-on-one lessons in Melbourne, I do. I just haven't started them yet. They are advertised on my website, but yeah, I do that. Would you recommend wetting cakes in between layers to keep from becoming dry? Definitely. If you can, use like a sugar syrup to moisten the layers of the cake, that'd be great. If your cake is already something that's very moist, like some sponge cakes do tend to be really moist, you might not need it, and adding extra liquid could make it a little bit unstable and too soft. But if you're using a one of those really like, what do you call it, the sponges that you normally fill with cream, that definitely needs a bit of sugar syrup because it's very dry on its own after a few days. So, but in muds, for example, muds usually don't need them. Okay, my screen is about to die and I just want the opportunity to say goodbye to you guys before my phone dies. But thank you so much for tuning into this live session. I'm going to see if I can make it available on my channel for a couple of days and then I'll delete it because no one really wants to see a live session that's already been done. But thank you guys again, and this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed and were able to watch the little cake being made. Take care, and I will catch you again in another live session. I will definitely be doing them in future. Ciao guys! Are you sure you want to stop?